In this video, we're going to be walking through the grid method. This is a great space that can really help you build out using different DOK levels to support that pathway. You're going to be able to come into this space once you start a session, and you're going to be able to include what you're teaching. So right here, you can see that I put in this Ohio ELA standard for reading literature 5.2, where I want my students to really determine the theme. You're going to share how long students have. You can share if there's any needs in your classroom. You can also share what technology you'll have available. From here, you could also attach any resources too. From here, I'm going to be able to see those basic recall. I've got explain, analyze, design, and innovate. So what we're going to do is it's going to take this standard right here. So again, you're able to upload whatever standard you have, and it's going to break it down into basic recall. Here's my target. Here's the essential question for basic recall. Here's some vocabulary that might be helpful at this level. Then we're going to go up to explain. And if you're not familiar with the grid method, this is a activity that was created by Teach Better. Highly recommend checking out their website because they do have a free course and some additional resources about the grid method. So I'm going to click on one of these examples just to kind of show you what this looks like. So here you can see that there's different DOK levels. And so what happens is students will start at DOK level 1. They're going to start at this level. Here's a slide deck where they might start at vocab, like terms, combining like terms, practice. Once students have mastered all of these in level 1, then they can go up to level 2. Okay, so at the end are all of these different formative assessments or mastery kind of tests or checks to make sure that students are ready to move on to the next level. This is typically done self-paced, so students are able to move along these lines self-paced as they are working towards mastery. Once they have earned that level 1, or maybe they have met that essential question and that target, then they're ready for that next level. And so again, you can see students moving up the different DOK levels to build their understanding of the content. Once you agree, again, you can make any changes you need to, and you can brainstorm with AI. I can say ready. And from here, with basic recall, I've got about 1 to 6 different ideas of what I could do to support my students with this level, with that learning target, and with that activity. There's also even some scaffolds to support students as well. I can see here, maybe the activity is for my students to list all of the main characters and one thing that each one does in the story. Okay, it also gives me some ideas of how I might do this. I can chat back and forth with AI to explain, hey, give me some more ideas on this, or help me with this, or help me understand this, give me more scaffolds for this, or let's provide a choice board for this activity. And then we'll go into level 2. And again, we're going to have 1 through about 5 different activities. Analyze, that's going to be about 1 to 4. Here we've got 3. And then level 5, there might be 2 different choices. And again, it's going to build my students' knowledge as they're working through this grid. Once you have all of those activities kind of set, you're able to take those activities and you can build your own grid by copying and pasting those activities into here. This again can save me a lot of time as I'm working through, thinking through what is it that my students need to do, what is it that I really want them to achieve in each of these different levels, and creating those great self-paced but also mastery-based learners in my classroom. So I can't wait to see how you use the grid method in your classroom.